Now it's time to make the vegetable soup. Yesterday I made the bone broth and I let it set in the refrigerator all night so it could chill, so I could skim fat off the top of it if there was excess fat. So now I'm ready to get started and I'm going to take you along. Keep in mind that recipes are just to get ideas from. I don't have an exact recipe, I just use what I have on hand that I think will work good. And I'm going to take you along today to give you some ideas that might be helpful to you. I'll start with the bone broth. You can see how much gel it has to it, and it also has some fat on the top of it, but not so much. But I'm going to take off a little of it. I like to have some fat in the soup, but not so much. This I can use when I'm going to saute my onions and cook my meat that's going in the soup. Okay, that should be good. Now I'm going to put this on this burner and start heating it up before I put the vegetables in. My throat's bothering me today, so my speech may not be as good as I would like, but I'll just work with it as best I can. But you see how much gel there is in a good bone broth? Okay, we have that on. Now, as far as vegetables to go in the soup, I have chopped onions, I have chopped carrots and green beans that I froze last summer from our garden, and I have one sweet potato cut in cubes, and I have cabbage from our garden. Now I'm going to put the green beans and the carrots and the sweet potatoes in the bone broth. I'm not going to put the cabbage in quite yet because it doesn't take it as long to cook. And I'm going to add some salt and some pepper to that. Like I said, I don't measure. Now that can cook while I work on the other things for the soup. Now I'm going to saute the onions in this little skillet with some of the fat that I took off of the bone broth. I like for my onions to caramelize. It gives them more flavor. Okay, I think the onions are brown enough now. I'm going to add the onions to the bone broth and the other vegetables now. And also the cabbage. And I'll let that cook while I work on sauteing the meat. I have ground deer and ground pork that I'm going to put in this. Okay, here we go. our son-in-law harvested a nice deer and they gave us some of the meat. So I think it's going to make a good addition to this soup. Now I'm going to add some salt and pepper to this. Now I'm going to add this to the vegetable pot over there and let it finish cooking with that. Now this is ground pork from our pastured pork. Now I'll add a little salt and a little pepper to this ground pork. Now I'm going to put this in the other pan with the vegetables for it to finish cooking. Now that's all except the tomato sauce. I'm checking to see if it needs more seasoning. I'm using 2 pints of tomato sauce that I canned. Now I have a nice pan of vegetable soup that will last Larry and I for many days. So if you are not familiar with cooking from scratch, I hope you will try it. And don't be overwhelmed. Just try a little more and see what you can do. So that's all I have for you today. Happy cooking, and I hope you have a blessed day.